Hey everyone, this is Brett with Wolves Across the Pond, and honestly not really sure how to start this video. Obviously today wasn't a great day. However, I think there are some good things that we can still discuss. I've put together another list of 5 takeaways that I had from this game, and I'm going to start with the positives before I go into the negatives, so let's get into it. Okay, takeaway number 1. Hwang, what a guy. I have just been so happy to watch him succeed this year. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you might already know I'm a big fan of his. I've said earlier in the season that I thought he was going to be a good contributor for us this year, and he's turned out to be just that. You know, he's had a couple great finishes, just been at the right place at the right time. He's been liking those headers too, which is always cool. But no, I like Hwang. I think he's an awesome player, and very, very excited to see him show up and get that equalizer for us at the time. But yeah, very happy to see Hwang in his element. And I was thinking about it, and last year, you know, we had like Potence, for example, that he was one of the few guys that could actually get a finished goal for us. You know, he could actually get it in the back of the net. Hwang was kind of the same way. He had a few last season, and looks like he's turning out to be that for us this season too, which is something we drastically need, where some players are currently kind of failing at that. Yeah, it just seems like we really need people that can get those finishes for us, be at the right place at the right time, and yeah, actually get some points on the board. So hopefully Hwang can continue to be that for us, and we'll see much more successes ahead. All right, takeaway number 2, composure. Now, we did fall apart in a couple places in this game, but for the most part, I was very impressed at the composure that the boys displayed on the pitch today. The way that they were moving and their overall presence just felt a lot more secure than it has in the past. There's been a couple games recently where I've just thought that they looked messy, they looked sloppy, they even looked a little nervous. Today, they looked a lot more confident for most of the game. I remember earlier, I guess it was kind of toward the end of the first half, I was just watching them and just, yeah, feeling really impressed that, like, wow, these guys they're staying strong. They were actually doing really good winning the ball. And yeah, they looked like a dominant team. Even the commentators were saying, yeah, it's kind of been Wolves' game so far. Obviously, they had a hard time actually finishing goals, which again is just the worst theme to have. But overall, they were very composed, and I'm really liking how the structure is going actually on the pitch. And now we just kind of need to work on those goals, but that's for another point. All right, takeaway number 3, ball movement. And this kind of is a tie-in with composure, but the way that they were moving the ball today, I was very impressed with. Again, a little sloppy in some places, fell apart a couple times, but overall their ball movement was very nice and it was very clean. Kind of going back to just them being more confident on the pitch, I felt like the way they moved the ball was more confident a lot of the time. More toward the end of the game, I think, I don't know if they got worn out or what, and that became more sloppy, but I was impressed mostly in the first half of the game with their ball movement, and so hopefully that's something they can continue to develop, to actually move the ball forward on the pitch and have someone there to actually put it in the net. So, and I'm really curious to see how our new signings are going to kind of integrate into the system that Gary O'Neill is working on, and hopefully they can provide even more strength to get us finishing more goals and to give us even stronger presence on the pitch. So we'll see how that goes. And that brings us into the more negative side of the match, and with a very obvious takeaway number 4, and that is scoring. It's just, man, if we could just capitalize on just a couple more of these opportunities that we're building, we'd be fine. We'd be scoring like crazy. It's just, I don't know what it is, if they're still just feeling nervous in that last, I don't know, that last third, they just are having a really hard time getting it in the net and getting shots off. One problem that I keep seeing, and man, they really got to work on this, it's like they always want to get one more touch on the ball before they shoot, and that kills them every time. So they'll have really good momentum, someone will pass it in and they'll be ready to line up, and then they get one more touch, and then by then the defense collapses in on them. So they have to be faster and they have to be more sure, and they have to do it with less touches, because right now they're trying to get too much control, and that's really hurting them, and it's giving the defense too much time to react when they could have a shot off. So I mean, thankfully Neto's just a sniper, and he was able to get it to Huang just like he did with Sasha the other day. I'm thinking we need more times like that where we can snipe it to the right place and then they can get a shot off quick, rather than waiting and getting one more touch before they actually shoot. So that's been really frustrating to watch. They really, really need to build their confidence there. And I think if Silva is going to be our number 9, he really needs to continue building that confidence, that strength, and just do it with less touches. I don't know. And obviously that's a very simple way to explain that, but I saw it a couple different times today, and I've seen it in several games over the last while, is just they want one more, and then the defense is there and they spoil it. So a little quicker, a little more confident. I think we're creating the chances, and I think we have the structure and the possession. Again, I'm excited to see what these new players bring in. Hopefully they can kind of add to that. It's just we need that confidence to score. And that brings us to our last point, takeaway number 5, fitness. And this is another thing that I've seen I think we've all seen in a couple matches recently, is they'll do really well for the majority of the game and they will hang in there. And then I don't know if it's they get tired or they start to feel a little lazy or what, but it's like they're doing great, they have a lot of control, and then I don't know, they wear themselves out, or they just get a little sloppy, and then the opposition sneaks one in, and then we have another whole hill to climb. So I think in this match it was a little more evident that maybe there still needs to be some fitness development. What encourages me with this problem, though, is Gary O'Neill has talked about basically he's trying to ramp up their training, and it seems like he wasn't happy with the pace of the training that was happening before, and he really wanted to build the intensity just to get the players more fit. And I mean, I love that. I'm an advocate of just running all the time, like just really, really get that fitness, get that strength. But I don't know. I'm hoping that this is a problem that can get mitigated down the line as the players continue to develop and we continue forming the squad. But I do think this game, it was evident that maybe we still need to do a little more conditioning and that we need to just hang in there a little longer, stick with them a little longer, because I think maybe our guys are getting tired and they're getting a little sloppy, and that's where we're losing on these goals and it's just so discouraging after they play so well. I've talked to a couple different people about it today, and we deserved a lot more than we walked away with today. And I think a lot of people have been really, really hard on the team after today. I've seen a lot of complaining online and a lot of just venom on Twitter and on YouTube. And I personally am still going to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's early in the season. We've been with Gary O'Neill for a matter of weeks, and there's obviously a lot of work that needs to be done, but look how close we already are. I think we can get there. Is it going to be an uphill battle? I think so. But I mean, we're already right now, if we play the way we have been playing, I don't think there's any way we're getting relegated. Like, everyone has a bad day. Today was rough. Team still needs some development, but we're still showing up much better than 3 or more teams as it is. So no, I don't think we're going to get relegated. And even if it's a rough season, I think we're okay. So like I said, I'm giving the boys the benefit of the doubt. I think we're going to be okay. We're going to pull through. We deserved more than we got today. And there was a lot of good notes, which is why 3 of my takeaways were good, only 2 were bad. And I think a lot more positive things could have been said about this squad. So that wraps up our reaction to today's game, Crystal Palace away. What were your thoughts about the match? I'm sure, at least what I've seen so far, a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about this match. So yeah, feel free to share your views in the comments below, things that I missed, things you would add. But I just want to end on the note that, again, I'm sticking with this team. I'm sticking with the boys. I'm sticking with Gary O'Neill. I'm really curious to see how things progress after this match. I would have liked to have seen, you know, Sasha and some other, maybe some switches with the squad today. I think Gary O'Neill is still doing a little science with the squad, so really curious to see what he does. But I'm sticking with them. I'm in it for the long haul, and even if it's an uphill battle, we got this. So go get them, Wolves. Cheering you loud and proud from here in the US. So again, you know, cheer for me loud at Molineux and wherever these matches are happening across the UK. And yeah, much love from here in the US, and we'll see you very soon. So thanks a lot.